go to the paintbrush tool in Affinity Photo. Now I'm going to be using a brush that I created earlier. Please check the video in the description so you can click on that and see that. Very simple brush tool, just basically creating a circular brush and with multiple colours. But the key thing with this video is I'm going to use Symmetry. So up here you can see the Symmetry settings. Now the size, it's only a very small size. You can go for, this is 48.3. Of course, it depends on the document. If you've got a bigger document, obviously maybe go for a bigger size. So Symmetry's on, I'm going with 8. You can set it to another value. Also mirror on as well. And also lock, so you don't move it by accident. If you turn that off, you can see it goes. Mirror, turn that off, that goes as well. And lock. And you can see with the lock bit, you can see that. I don't want that. It's quite easy to move. And then just apply the brush. And you can see as you apply it, it will actually come up with a little assistant message sometimes, depending on your settings and your preferences. And you can just simply do, now I'm using a pen, but you can use the same with a mouse. And of course you can vary the settings to the brush. You can go to the brushes, which is View Menu, Studio and Brushes, and just tweak the settings. And you can apply all kinds of different designs. And you can see as you create it, or just change the Symmetry setting as well. So once you're happy with that, and I'm just going to quickly create, because I want this as a background. This is not the final result, but I just wanted a quick background. So you can see the design there. Now I'm just going to go say filters, and you could go with blur and Gaussian blur. But there's other ones as well. You can distort it, modify it, but Gaussian blur, just to blur the background just slightly. Click apply. Now I'm going to go to layer and new layer, because I want to apply this brush stroke to this layer. So I'm just going to just create. Now, if you don't like what you get, you can always undo. And you can just create it again. Just now avoid going over the edges. So just so you can create some nice sort of just a little bit of pressure, so you can create all like that. And I think that looks quite nice. However, what you can now do, it's a layer. So you can go to the layers panel, and that's in the View Menu, Studio and Layers. And you can go to Effects, just down here, click Effects. And I'm going to go with 3D. So click there. And you can see now it gives a bit of depth to that design. And you can just modify it. Now you don't want to modify it too much. You don't want it sort of just, you lose it. And you can modify the direction. You can see you can change that. Maybe put it like there. Up to you. Just tweak it to where you think it looks best. And you can change the profile. So you click there and you can change the profile. You can see you can get, that's quite a nice one. So just go through the different settings here. So change that and then click close. Now you can also go for a shadow, perfectly reasonable. I think this is pretty decent depth. Now, I just wanted this design and I can move it. It's just a layer. I can move this layer and you can see it's just a beautiful sort of design, which you can then hold down the Alt or Option key. That's on the keyboard and just duplicate it. Now, sometimes you might accidentally duplicate the underlying layer. It's quite possible, but you can just duplicate this and fill the whole screen with this design. Now, of course, you could apply effects to the individual layers as well. That would be reasonable. But now what I'm going to do, I'm also just going to resize it. So you can resize that design, something like that, and then hold down the Alt or Option key again and duplicate that. And you can create literally thousands of unique designs using this approach. Well, I hope you found this of interest. Always adding new tutorials all the time. Thank you much.